guys, I'm Griffin Burns, and a lot of people ask me how I got into voice acting, so that's what this video is about. I'm going to share with you 3 major steps I took to get into voice acting, which will hopefully help you guys out, as well as some additional info to help you along the way. So let's dive in. A little background on me. I have a music background. I played guitar and sang in some bands as a kid. I recorded a little bit with those bands, so I have some recording experience, and I took a few acting classes growing up, but not many. I got an English degree in 2010, and then I moved from Pennsylvania to Los Angeles, where I started out living with my sister.
Hey sis, thanks for letting me live with you rent-free for the first 5 months. Okay, bye.
I really didn't know what I was doing when I got here. Certainly voiceover was not on the radar. I was doing extra work, background acting for TV and film. I was valeting cars for 2 different valet companies, and I just knew that I wanted to figure out a creative career, aka I was floundering and directionless. What am I gonna do? So during that period of time, I got a voiceover audition. I set up shop in my sister's closet, spent 3 hours on this audition, way too long, and submitted it. 3 weeks later, I got an email saying, "Griffin, congratulations, you booked this job." And I'm like, holy shit. It paid about as much as I had in the bank at the time, which wasn't much money, but I was thrilled. It was creative, it was fun, I was able to do it from home, and I just knew that this was something I wanted to do with my life. But how? I had beginner's luck, right? I mean, I can't repeat this over and over again. So I got online and I did a ton of research. I called voiceover studios, I called some professional voice actors who were kind enough to speak with me, and I figured out that everybody started with some training. So I took voiceover specific acting classes, I took general acting classes, then I got a demo produced. That's sort of the second step. Demo is your calling card. It's a sampling of your work that you then mail out to agents. I mailed it at the time. Now you would MP3. That's how old I am. Anyways, I mailed out my demo, and then I got representation, luckily. So those were my 3 steps to getting started: training, demo, and getting an agent. So let's go over those in more detail. Step 1, training. Griffin, it's just talking. Come on, I don't need to train to talk. My heart, voice, acting, voice, acting. It's acting, guys, it's performance. You're not gonna perform an anime or a video game or a cartoon or even a commercial without having some sort of acting chops, are you? I mean, yeah, some people have some natural ability. I had some, but it takes experience to convey subtle emotions through just your voice. One thing I used to do when I started was read everything loud and fast. Blah, 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 blah. I'm young and energetic. Well, I learned that I couldn't do that for everything. I learned that through classes and failing and having people tell me, Griffin, tone it down.
Tone it down.
So that's one reason why you take classes, is because it is acting and it takes experience and practice. The other is just simply nerves. It's one thing to read copy. Copy means script. It's one thing to read copy in your house with no one watching you versus at a studio where you've got an engineer and a director and a client on the line. So let me reenact that for you. Here's at home. Hey Pandora listener, get your blobbity 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 blah 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 for $99.99. That was easy. Now I'm in the studio, and this is, let's say, my first job. Hi, nice to meet you too. Is this thing on? Oh, you're ready. Oh, you want to do a take now? Oh. I got it. Hey.
Hey.
Can I get some water?
Okay, you get the point. Basically, you need to reenact what a job is like, and there's no better place than a class. You've got an instructor who acts as sort of the director that kind of simulates that whole work experience, which is invaluable because when you go to the job, you need to be ready to go. So that's step 1, taking classes. Step 2 is to get a demo produced. Oh, I need to backtrack. You may ask, Griffin, well, I'm not in LA. How can I take a class? Have no fear. If you go online, there's a host of coaches out there, top quality coaches that can coach you via Zoom or Skype or whatever remotely. So if you live in the middle of nowhere, you can definitely have somebody phone in and direct you that way, which is amazing. Take advantage of that. Okay, step 2, demo. Now, once you have some voice acting experience, you've taken some classes, you understand the different genres of voice acting, you're gonna want a demo to show off what you can do. A demo is a sampling of your work. It's about 1 minute to 1 minute and 20 seconds in length, and normally you start with a commercial demo because that's where the bulk of the work is. That's where the money is, and that's what agents are gonna look for if you're a new talent coming to them. for the first time. So you need to find a demo producer who specializes in just voiceover demos, ideally. That way they are going to be the best of the best, and they're gonna know exactly what to do. They know the latest trends, and they're gonna make your demo sound like the best TV and radio spots out there. So don't scrimp on a demo. Now again, you may ask, Griffin, I don't live in LA, how could I possibly do a demo? Similarly to classes, you can find demo producers who can record and direct you remotely. They can either direct you from your home studio if you have a good enough home studio setup, or you could go to a local studio in your hometown and be directed via Skype or ISDN or a whole bunch of other methods. So have no fear, you can still get your demo done remotely. Step 3, getting representation. Once you have your brand spanking new demo, you're gonna wanna mail that thing out to agents for representation. You're gonna want an agent who can send you quality auditions so you can start hopefully booking awesome work and get your career going and make a living at it. If you do live in LA or New York, you're gonna wanna start with agents in that area because that's your home base and that's where the bulk of the work for you will probably be. But if you don't, there's a ton of regional agents. Go online, do your due diligence, type in voiceover regional agents, and you're gonna find a bunch. There's great ones in Portland and Denver, San Francisco, all over the East Coast, Texas. And they represent talent that live all over the country and the world, as far as I know, but definitely the country. True story, my first few years in LA, I was booking most of my work from regional agents. I was able to quit my survival jobs, my extra work, and valet jobs from the work I was booking through those regionals. So, yay, regionals! Additional info. While you're doing all these steps, the training and the demo and the agent thing, you can be auditioning on a daily basis through pay-to-plays. Pay-to-plays are sites like voices.com, Voice123, and you pay a subscription in exchange for job leads or auditions. Now, huge caveat with these sites, a lot of the work on these sites can be low paying and not appropriately paying. So the warning here is that you need to familiarize yourself with voiceover rates. So go to a site like globalvoiceacademy.com. They have an awesome rate guide and use it as a cross-reference for every genre of voice acting is supposed to pay. That's really powerful and will ensure that you don't underbid yourself and also hurt the entire industry. Not putting that much pressure on you, but if enough people accept lowball rates, and by lowball I mean like rates that don't pay what they should, it drives down the rates for everybody, even the professionals at the very top. So do us all a favor and look out for yourself. That's about it, guys. If there's anything in particular you're interested in, whether it's anime, video games, cartoons, demos, recording equipment, I know there's so much other information that goes along with all of this. I can't possibly cover it in one video. But let me know in the comments below. I'll read everything that's written down there. And hope you got something out of this. Thanks so much, guys. Take care, and hopefully talk soon. Bye.